for Carter here. He's lost both of his matches. 3-0. Looked angry, frustrated, irritated, you name it, he's looked it. But he's had a break. We had some dinner before this session began. Has he reset the clock, as it were? We'll find out, Dominic.
Well, if he starts knocking good balls in and making a few breaks, I'm sure he'll feel fine, but as soon as things start to go wrong again, that degree of volatility may be in evidence. Perfect start from Kyren Wilson, nicely cued, good position on the black. Already a great chance in this first frame for him.
Eight. Nine.
Referee Dave Ford has been officiating today. One or two referees have had to make their way to London ahead of the Masters, which begins tomorrow, of course, at Alexandra Palace.
Thank you. 15.
Now, I wonder if Kyren will play for the blue or the black here. It'll be one of the two, but he'll be thinking about going into the pack of reds, and maybe from the blue there'll be a better chance of a favourable split.
16.
Hit the bunch pretty much on the nose.
21.
Don't think it's the best split, Dom.
Well, it would be if that red that's next to the pink was available into the right corner. I'm suggesting that it's not, because Kyren will be playing it by now. So he's eyeing up this long straightish red to the green pocket. Good cueing here required, but Kyren is a good cueist.
22.
The current situation would have been a lot clearer had Kyren Wilson not lost his most recent match. He was 2-0 up
25.
against a seemingly dispirited Dave Gilbert. But Gilbert, certainly against my expectations, Dom, I'm sure yours also, came back to win 3-2. That's why the group is still up in the air.
Yes, Kyren looked for all the world as though he'd win that match. Just lost a couple of tight frames. Dave Gilbert potted a beautiful red along the top cushion, which was the last red of the last frame,
30.
and went on to make the winning clearance.
$31.
34.
36. Seven.
Kyren just have a little more angle on this blue than he would have liked, so I wonder if he'll cannon into the reds and the pink here. Delicate touch required. That's exactly the way Kyren's played it, very delicately. Definitely has a red to the right corner, just maybe a little fiddly. Oh, he has two reds to the right corner, the left corner even, sorry. Couldn't maintain position on the black, so once again going up
43.
for the blue. But this is a very good start from Kyren Wilson. All Ali Carter's done in this first frame is to break off. Looks very disinterested, let's just say that. Once again, that
48.
cable just running on, but Kyren still has a cut back into this left corner.
$49.
If the black pots to the
53.
right corner, Kyren's okay here. If the black doesn't pot to the right corner, he has a problem positionally.
$54.
Very
61.
swiftly, this is frame ball. So Carter's fruitless
62.
day continues. 7 frames played, 7 frames lost, it would appear.
$69.
Good thinking from Kyren. There's a choice of 2 shots here. Can cannon into the black, knock it towards the right corner. That's what he's chosen to do.
70.
Oh, the next red will be a problem. But I don't think he'll mind too much. This frame's gone now from Ali Carter's point of view.
$77. $78.
On the way to being runner-up in Group 4, Wilson compiled 6 centuries.
85.
Still looking for his first century in this group though.
86. 93. 94.
'Excellent.
$101. 103. 106. 110. 115. 121. 128.
Wasn't that an absolutely classy break? Total clearance of 128, and Kyren Wilson, he wasn't clinical in his last match, but he was certainly clinical in that first frame. He leads Ali Carter 1-0. Welcome back to the Morningside Arena. I'll tell you what, Kyren Wilson could not have wished for a better start to the match than the one he made. It really was a great contribution, that. 128.
Thank you. Frame 2.
Ali Carter slumped in his chair there. It's been a hellish day for him. But Kyren Wilson is such a consummate professional. He will not be looking at Carter. He'll be thinking about winning this 3-0. Now over on the other table, I can tell you Martin Gould, who's still in contention for a playoff place. He's taken the first frame from Lu Ning. Both players threw away a couple of early chances. In the end, though, Gould got in with a 57 clearance. Won the frame on the blue.
Touching ball.
bad safety from Kyren, but that green and brown now are a good target to try and get in behind. Always dangerous to force Kyren Wilson to have to take a pot on. Such a great long potter. Does he feel inclined to attempt this red to right corner?
That's one of the shots of the tournament so far, let alone the group of the tournament. Absolute peach.
Some players are able to generate great power and still keep their head and body still on the shot. Kyren certainly did that there. Sean Murphy's another one that excels.
Brown ball.
And another golden opportunity created by Kyren Wilson.
Five. Six.
Carter has felt the full weight of Wilson's scoring power in the Championship League before. When they met in Group 3 in 2018, Wilson won 3-2, making breaks of 131 and 105.
11.
This is their 7th
12.
meeting in the Championship League over the years. Honours even right now at 3 wins each. Strangely, considering they've been around for a while, particularly Carter, they've only met in 2 matches outside of the Championship
17.
League. One was a best of 3 in the WST Pro Series last season. Carter won that 2-0. And he also won 5-1 when they met in the final qualifying round of the Australian Open in 2015. Now then, after all of the excellence
Kyren
from
Wilson.
Wilson, a simple one goes
70.
astray. And pretty much that was the story of his match against Dave Gilbert. Looking good at times, and then when you least expect it, throwing in a mistake like that.
Very surprising, but maybe he just had too much of an eye on the positional cannon there, which funny enough also went astray for Kyren. Hasn't left an absolute certainty here for Ali by any means, given his current state of mind, I feel.
Now, for the first time today, can Carter show us what he's made of? Yesterday, had a couple of really good wins. He beat Dave Gilbert 3-2 and Looning 3-1. Thus far today, though, a shadow of his normal self.
Yeah, he's even potted that one on the thin
7.
side. He played, I'm sure, for the red to the right of the pink.
Eight. 40. 50. 21. Thank you. 22.
I'd like the angle on the pink to play for the red below it, but I don't think he has that angle. Oh no, certainly doesn't. May not be able to leave the best angle now on his next red. That's why he's decided instead to screw back to the top cushion, red to this left corner.
28. 29.
Again, not perfect. I wonder if he'll try to come twice across the table here and play for one of the two reds just above the black. Well, he did do. He's a bit lucky there. He played to miss
35.
those reds to play them in the right corner.
Thirty-six.
2 straight on the blues, considering the pink. He'll probably play a cannon to the 2 reds to the left of the pink and try and knock them towards the corner pocket.
$42.
Now, has this worked out for Ali? Maybe not. He has to take the red to right centre, it's tricky.
Yeah, always towards that near draw.
Carter, 42.
At no point in that break did he look convincing. Did he look at home?
Kyren playing a partial swerve here, just to pot the red near the corner.
1.
I was hoping, I think, to be on the black, but I don't think he is, judging by his body language.
Yeah, the swerve meant he had to impart left-hand side, which of course was check side, and that was the side he didn't want to put on for positional purposes. So the pink is a real examination.
Kyren Wilson, 1.
Very surprised. Ali turned down the red to the green pocket. Oh dear, that's gone wrong as well.
3. Thank you. Right, Carter. 1.
Just can't get anything going.
Well, unless Ali Carter can somehow try to relieve the negative thoughts that are just coursing through him at the moment, he's unlikely to play any better.
Nine.
Well, if Kyren's straight on the brown here, so as to be able to screw him behind the red that's near the baulk line, I'll be playing that shot. Because there's a chance to get on the awkward red. May not get a better chance. The same from the yellow, and this is looking good.
Especially
11.
because he's got to use the rest. Normally pots these for breakfast.
Thank you.
Didn't quite get hold of the cue ball as
12.
much as he wanted though. Only fractionally.
May have accidentally left himself the perfect angle here. Not quite. So Ali Carter comes back to the
12.
table 15 points ahead. Surely he can win the frame from here.
With the yellow off the last red, he would be 18 in front. Yellow comes back up, of course. And now with yellow, green and brown, he'd finally win a frame today.
3. 5.
Green actually is frame ball. And talking of which, Martin Gould has just spotted frame ball
8.
over on table 2. Looks like leading Looning 2-0.
12.
Relief for Carter. Futility over. Martin Gould's break ended at 64. The
Red
frame was
card to
conceded,
12 and the
so he
frame.
does lead 2-0. And almost simultaneously, this frame has been conceded as well. Ali Carter, after a day of mistakes and bouts of frustration, finally gets a frame on the board. It's 1-1.
I was born for this, I was born for this. I was born for this, I was born for this. Born for this. Born for this. Feel like even lightning strikes, dangerous like dynamite. Born for this.
The confused picture at the Bedvictor Championship League here in Group 5 seems to be becoming just a little clearer. Martin Gould 2-0 up on Luning on
you.
table
Frame
2,
free.
so he's close
Red
to a
card
victory
to break.
that would settle some issues. Mind you, this match, Kyren Wilson and Ali Carter, they're locked together at 1-1. If you're just joining us, Wilson made a superb 128 break in the first frame. He was in again in the second and missed quite a straightforward red.
Kyren thinking of, sorry, rather Ali Carter thinking of taking this red on to the left corner. Excellent pot. And a helpful little cannon from the side of the pack has left him in position on maybe the pink, but certainly the blue.
Six. Seven.
Ali Carter trying his best to work out the position of the black spot. Trying to see if you can see any portion of the black spot just to assess where it will be positioned after potting it.
40.
Well, hands up any of you that thought that black would go on the pink spot.
15.
Didn't play to go into the bunch, of course. Play to
20.
arc the cue ball around it.
Well, they're a wonderful pack to go into from the yellow. If Ali wishes to, there are 3 or 4 loose reds though he could still play for. The only reason I said that was because there would have been a chance of bringing pink and black into play.
23. $24.
One big thing in Carter's favour coming into these matches, he'd won one
29.
more frame than Martin Gould. So even if Gould wins, if Carter wins as well, Carter's into the semi-finals.
$30.
I think that's why Dommy's got some semblance of focus back.
Possibly so, Phil, yeah.
Just to clarify, if Carter wins by any score, he will be on 11 frames won. If Gould wins by any score,
36.
he will be on 10 frames won. So, first off, it's points that count. If you're then level on points, which they would be at 3 points each, it would then go on frames won, and Carter would get the nod.
Thank you. 37.
If Kyren Wilson lost this match, he'd be on 3 points as well. But he's won 12 frames so far, so he's okay.
$43.
Unusual type of break, this from Ali Carter. Normally he's such an attacking player, likes to get the reds open fairly soon, but he's left it to the last minute on this occasion.
$44.
Has a good angle on the blue to go into them here, because he'll need at least 1 or 2 of these reds that are in the pack. Just having a look to see if he cannons a black, whether there's any chance the red might drop into that left corner.
49.
Caught the pack pretty flush, didn't he? And if he isn't on the red, closest to the top right-hand pocket, which I believe he isn't, that's unlucky.
Very unlucky, and he'll be needing to be very careful here, because he split the reds beautifully, and if Kyren Wilson were to gain an opportunity, every chance he could still win this frame.
$50.
Decided in the end to play the heavy swerve around the reds that were blocking the path to that one. Played it beautifully.
Yes, in the previous frame, Wilson potted a red with side, but that was detrimental to position. The side that
56.
Carter had to apply actually helped. Doesn't help that the pink and black are so close together, though. Mind you, with a 56-point lead, I suppose that takes a little bit of pressure off Ali Carter, who's still got other colours available.
Thank you. 57.
Big sigh of annoyance. If the blue goes in, he'd be 62 ahead. So he needs one more red.
$62.
One last task to complete. Hampered queuing.
Needs to be very careful here, Ali Carter. A mistake now could be costly still. Well done.
63.
He's suddenly come to life.
$66. Thank you. 67.
What a difference a little confidence and a little quality table time make.
70.
This match has swung round, hasn't it, ever since that rudimentary miss from Kyren Wilson in the second frame, having played so well in the first.
Thank you. Ali Carter, 70. On the frame.
Well, the break ended at 70, and because of the Wilson concession, so did the frame.
Yeah, you go ground curtain.
Ali Carter now leading by 2 frames to 1 after losing the first frame without potting a ball. What a transformation.
I was born for this. I was born for. I was born for this. I was born for this. I was born for. I was born for this. Born for this. Born for this. Feel that fever, lightning
With Carter having left the arena on table 1, let's just take a quick look at what's happening on table 2. Now the red and the black close to each other near that top corner pocket. That might have caused a problem. But Looning is at the table, building a very useful lead. Not out of this match yet. Martin Gould's lead 2-0, but it could well be 2-1 shortly. We'll keep you right up to date with that, of course, as and when the scores change. Now they're back to Wilson Carter.
Ali has a much better chance of potting this now that he's established a 2-1 lead in this match. Beautifully cued. Nicely controlled as well for position on the blue.
1.
I'm sure that red that's above the black must pot. And Ali can remove it from the proximity of the black. Break building will become a lot easier.
Could be
6.
deja vu this for Kyren Wilson. We know that he's the defending champion. He won this tournament 12 months ago. But in the Championship League last year, he lost twice to Ali Carter. Once in Group 5, once in the winners group, on both occasions by 3 frames to 1. History could repeat itself.
I wonder if that black is actually on its spot or whether the red has actually just nudged it off it. Well, there's your answer. I think Ali tried to just fractionally cannon it there. And if that red isn't on to the left corner, I'm afraid he'll be playing a safety shot.
14. Ali Carter, 14.
That's an excellent cue ball from Ali Carter, so even if Kyren does attempt a difficult red to left corner, cueing will cause major issues.
On table 2, Looning has built a virtually, well, an unassailable lead. Martin Gould's advantage is going to be pegged back to 2-1. So 2-1 on both sides of the curtain.
This time Kyren Wilson does have a problem. Can't see any path back to baulk from here. Already shaping up to take one of these difficult reds onto the left corner. Very risky, no path back to baulk here that I can see. Oh, did he take one on there? Did that cue ball just drift? Furthermore, has he left Ali Carter red to right centre here?
Bingo. Can't get over this. The way Carter played in his first 2 matches today, the way his attitude was, I really thought he was toast. But somehow he's rediscovered his mojo.
8. 9.
And of course, Dom, given his pedigree, given his career CV and what he's achieved, it's quite possible he could go on and win the whole group.
16.
And that would be stunning.
Well, of course, Ali Carter's more than capable of that feat. Twice world finalist, losing both times to O'Sullivan.
17.
He's got the ideal type of game for this event as well. Short format, he's a quick scorer, an attacking player. That type of player seems to do well here at the Championship League.
8. $24.
Another tricky red to a centre pocket for Ali Carter, but he's better at these than most.
$25.
He's never won this Championship League, having played every year. He's played in countless matches in the tournament. The closest he came was in 2013. Lost in the winners group final 3-2 against a player on the other side of the arena here, Martin Gould. Now I don't think he's on that red, he isn't.
31.
He's just spotted a potential plant into the right corner. They may not be set for the pocket, but the angle is coming in at the mat. It's interesting him, that's certain. Uppermost 2 reds. I'm going to suggest that if he takes it on, it'll go in, because he wouldn't dare take this on unless he thought it was a certainty.
Ali Carter. 31.
Well, look, on the bright side, from Carter's perspective, not a decisive break, but it's a useful lead.
Carter does have a safety shot back into bulk here, but I think it would involve hitting the left-hand red of the three together very thinly.
80.
What else is he looking at here, I wonder? Surely that red doesn't pass either one, does it? No. Containing safety. And that was clever thinking from Ali Carter, because it's enabled him to tie up a red.
Yes, which will be immediately untied. Weak safety shot though. Cue ball only just trickling into bulk. By the way, on the other table, still early days in frame 4, but Gould has manufactured a really good chance to put the match away. There it is. So it would appear that Dave Gilbert's hopes of making the playoffs, even finishing in 5th place, are fast dwindling.
It seems strange to me watching Ali Carter now. He's taking so much care and attention.
40.
One or two of his previous matches, and some of this, he's looked decidedly disinterested.
Martin Gould is finishing off in a blaze of glory. Possible chance of a century. The main thing is he's won the frame. Currently on a break of 80. He's going to defeat Looning 3-1. That means, at the very worst for Martin Gould, he's going to be back for Group 6.
Well, this is the first time Kyren's had a chance to look at a potential pot. If he hits it on the thin side, he'll probably cannon the red that's on the top cushion. Oh, that was so close. A great effort, but the worst possible outcome for Kyren Wilson. And Ali Carter, the great champion that he is, the great player that he is, doesn't normally make mistakes from chances like this.
Just to wrap things up on table 2, with breaks of 57, 64 and a clinching 88, Martin Gould did beat Looning 3-1. So Looning is going to finish at the foot of the table. At the very least, Gould is going to remain in the tournament. And it looks as though if Carter wins this,
6.
he'll be through to the playoffs. Dave Gilbert will be eliminated. So it was a pea super in terms of all the permutations. We couldn't really see our way through, could we? But now it's all quite clear.
50.
Carter needs the black and one more red.
$22.
Ali Carter seems to be finding some good form here, just when it matters. Victory here guarantees his place in the playoffs, and good time just to find, or begin to find, your A game.
$23.
And this match pivoted on a very simple red missed by Kyren Wilson. He made a 128 break and looked really good in winning the first frame. He was in prime position in the second. Missed an elementary red, and ever since, Carter's had second wind.
$30.
The match is well and truly sealed, and so therefore
31.
is the fate of Dave Gilbert. He's out of the tournament. Martin Gould will finish 5th,
37.
so he'll be back the week after next.
38.
The playoffs will be contested by Jordan Brown, Scott Donaldson, Kyren Wilson, and, like a phoenix from the ashes, Ali Carter.
44. $44 frame and Matt Ali Carter.
So there it is. When he needed to, he came good. It's been a poor day for Carter, apart from the last 3 frames there.